it was on earlier.
Okay, they told me it doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
No. I'm in charge here.
All right, you go for it.
Give you your minutes.
We'll start with item 42, resolution constituting a relocation order pursuant to section 62.22 and 32.05, parentheses 1 of the Wisconsin statutes for the laying out, relocation, and improvement of West Beloit Road from South 60th Street to West Lincoln Avenue. Is there anything anybody has questions on, or Pete, you care to ask? I did read it, and
Yeah, these are actually just temporary
Right,
easements
give it
that
back
we're
as
not
soon as we're done.
buying. I mean, it's kind of surprising we're not actually buying any property. We're just temporarily, when they're putting the sidewalk in, the contractor is going to be standing on somebody's private grass. So WSDOT has a very strict rule about getting an easement. So we will have to pay them a minimal amount, I don't know, like $100 for this easement. To stand on their property or to operate on their property. It will expire at the end of 2023 when the construction is done. It's just making sure everybody's on board.
Mr. Chair,
Alderman Spansky, yes.
when we pay them that, do they have to pay taxes on it?
Yes, we do actually.
Okay.
We do send there was a 1099 form. That's something
Okay.
that we do. Yes.
I don't just want to be given free money and,
No. I think that only applies if we're permanently buying the property. It might not apply for a temporary easement, I don't think. I'd have to check on that, but
I don't think $100 is going to go too far nowadays.
Move to approve.
it's just
Second.
It's just the principle that they
that
got to pay it.
too. Yeah, you're right. That's true. Yeah, if it's under, so she pointed out, I forgot too, that if it's under $600, I don't think the IRS asks for a 1099.
I just asked because it's a principle of it. I mean, we're doing a repair in front of their house. We shouldn't have to pay them to stand on their lawn. That's
But that has happened on National where we had to do 1099s because we bought property. Right.
Chairman Road.
Yes.
Alderwoman Ranky made a motion to approve.
I did not hear it, I'm sorry.
And I made the second.
Okay, it's been a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. We will jump down to item 43, resolution constituting, I don't know that word that well.
Constituting.
I'm sorry. You should have corrected me on the first one. A relocation order pursuant to section 622.22 and 32.05, parentheses 1 of the Wisconsin statutes for the layout, relocation, and improvement of West National Avenue from 62nd Street to 65th Street. I'm guessing this is the same thing, Pete, correct?
Exactly
Just
the
different
same
street.
thing.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, motion carries. We will go to item 44, resolution authorizing the city engineer to amend an existing contract with Single Source, Inc. for real estate consulting services related to the WSDOT construction projects on Beloit Road and National Avenue for an amount not to exceed $172,000. Pete, is that
That's related to item 42 and
right?
43.
But is that where we just have to come up with 20% of that?
No,
Or that's our?
for real estate, we don't mix the federal money because that means there's even more red tape. So we typically
It's all on
pay.
us.
Yeah, we pay for this to avoid the more red tape. But
Was this a budgeted item?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? None? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Item 45, resolution adopting a state trail connector easement with the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources for the construction of a paved connection between the north limits of South 72nd and the Hank Aaron State Trail.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Chair, who requests? How does this happen?
I move.
The easement, the DNR. This is going to be DNR land, so they want this easement to guarantee that the city will maintain this connector. It's only going to be about 50 feet of trail, not a lot of maintenance on it, but they want someone else to be responsible. So this easement says that the city of West Dallas will maintain it.
I see.
on
Thank you.
DNR land.
That's how the state always wants us to take care of their
Yeah.
stuff. You know, so
Yes.
I just used
The
it.
railroad tracks.
I just used it Saturday. It's rough. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. We are adjourned.
Okay, I will call the License and Health Committee to reconvene. We were referred item 17, and let me just get to that. My apologies. Robert Lucas for Slurpenberg. Robert, are you able to come? Okay, this is for your 2023 new operators license bartender sales clerk no, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong one. This was item 9, notice of non-renewal for Class B liquor and malt licenses for RK Entertainment Enterprises, LLC, doing business as Slurp and Burp Fun Bar, Robert Lucas, agent, 1454 South 92nd Street. Mr. Lucas, what seems to be the problem with your renewal?
It's an issue with the Wisconsin Department of Revenue that we're working on getting cleared up. Once that's cleared up, they'll release the sales permit back to us, and we'll be all set again. So I would just ask the committee to consider a temporary approval of the license, and then issued on behalf, and then have it issued once the Department of Revenue hold on the sales permit is lifted, which should happen here shortly.
I'm not sure that we can do a temporary approval at all.
Whatever you.
So the one thing that we would have to do is we could hold this item over if that were the case, I think, but I think we need some legal advice on this as to what our options would be.
We had 2 of them here before.
Right,
Is one of them
exactly.
gone now?
So could you ask, if Nick or Kale's available?
You can't do a provisional, you can't do that.
Right.
I guess I wouldn't ask for a provisional. I would just ask, I mean, I've had a license in the city for 5 years. I would just ask that if you can approve it, and then hold it, then put a hold on it and don't have it issued, obviously, until the Department of Revenue releases
Okay.
the sales permit.
Well, we just want to make sure that we have the
No,
right
I
legal
understand.
advisement as to how we issue these licenses. So if you can just hold tight until we can get one of our attorneys, we can cover that then.
Got it.
Is that the only one we have left?
That's the only thing we have left this evening.
Sorry about
I apologize for being late. I did call Nick earlier this afternoon and alert him that I would be running a little bit late, but
Okay.
he didn't get the message. I guess he was in meetings.
Now, Gina, I have a question for you. This is non-renewal, so is Mr. Lucas still operating, or is he
No, currently not operating.
You're currently closed?
Right.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not an attorney, but I think before it gets there, I think your 2 options would be to approve the non-renewal or to approve but not issue.
And then you hang on to it until he gives proof that
Yep.
the state's cleared it?
Yep, and the state usually emails us those things
And
right away.
that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
And
what I
it
was
should be
thinking.
happening here.
How long does it take? How long does it take?
This has been an ongoing problem over the last few months. It's been exacerbated by COVID and issues with the accountant retiring and then transferring everything to another accountant. But it shouldn't, once we file the paperwork, all I have to do is alert them that it was filed, send them copies, and it should be just a phone call. So.
Okay. Ed, was anyone available?
Be here when you can. They're using them downstairs right now.
Okay. All right. So again, give us our options that you know of, Gina.
The 2 options that I believe you have are to approve the non-renewal because the state statute, like Attorney Serwin said earlier, we cannot approve a license without that valid seller's permit. However, like you said, you could approve but not issue it. So the Department of Revenue notice usually says do not release license. Those are the 2 options I've had before when I've dealt with this.
And he still cannot operate until
Correct.
Correct.
He's got
all that is cleared up.
Yep.
So he doesn't get the license until it's clear.
Right.
Not until I get the Department of
But he
Revenue
doesn't
letter.
necessarily have to surrender that license. He still gets to hold tight until all of those measures are made. Okay. That's what I would make a motion to do, but I just want verification, so we'll sit here and twiddle our thumbs for a minute. I guess we shouldn't have been so efficient with our prior meeting and just ran through everything. Got it all done.
Public Works did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you did. You went a little too fast there, Ro.
Constituting.
Record time.
You should have told me right away.
I was
free.
like,
No,
when you
no.
first said it, I was like, what? Wait a minute.
Come on, Rod. You got further than third grade.
So since we're recording, we could do a Q&A. Nobody gets to interact on YouTube. You taking any questions? Just ask Suzette.
How far will you be walking with that on Saturday?
No, I'm going to be walking right to my campground is where I'm walking, but I will be there in spirit. My mother was a cancer survivor. She sadly passed about 4 years ago, but it, as you said, Ed, that is such a moment.
Nice
Really is.
presentation.
Yes, very nice.
Sad in this day and age, everybody knows somebody who either lives with cancer, died of cancer, or has survived cancer.
Your sister did a good job with the talking points.
Yeah. She's on the board for it, so yeah, it's just tell me what I should say. I'll pass along the message. I'm just a conduit.
How many years have they been doing that?
30 something. Yeah.
Because I grew up right across the street from the football field, and I remember it.
Our church participates.
Oh yeah.
Is that an overnight thing too? It goes.
We're usually Thompson.
Used to, but they scaled it back.
How is it?
Stopping it at 1 in the morning now.
Okay.
People are tired of
Everyone
relaying
go
at
to
the time.
bar real quick.
Right.
Take off around there.
You eliminated the tents, though.
No, they're still out there.
They
Still
still,
tents and
they
stuff.
still have them?
A few, yeah, like little pop-up tents.
Okay.
And stuff, yeah. The silent auction stuff gets a tent, and yeah, some of the DJ gets one. Yeah, some stuff like that. So.
Great.
Robert, do you still have the total amount for the license due? Email it to you.
I don't
I
think
think
you
you did, yeah,
had
it's an
last
email.
year, though.
I think you did, like
Last year they had.
Right.
7:31 or 8 sometime. I'll leave that.
Yeah, once the approval's taken care of, I'll come in and pay it, and then you can take care of it all. But yeah, it was in your email.
Okay.
Well, they must have a lot of stuff to talk about that they need Kale, huh?
Well, I thought Nick was around still.
I thought Nick left after our
No,
meeting.
yeah, he's
Oh,
just
did he?
the
Oh,
early
he
guy.
bolted. Okay.
He's got the early shift, Kale's got the late shift.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's all.
Maybe Nick's watching, he could just call us.
Nick, why'd you leave?
I brought my phone. I could have Teams messaged him quick.
Yeah.
On a side note, correspondence, I will be working on updating our quota number
I screwed up.
because we've had a lot of change. So hopefully have that next month.
I wanted to separate it out. I'll have to talk to is that do that administration. I'll talk to Kevin Haas.
Actually, ask Gina to separate it.
51. It's not on the consent. That's on the actual.
Safety and development.
Yes.
It is safety. Okay. If you could separate that, that would be, and I will tell Tom Lysick as well.
Right on the other one.
That's the one where they want $4 million.
We're being recorded.
Yeah.
It's very unprofessional.
This is. I don't think he's watching. Yeah.
We'll send Gina down and just ask the question. Gina, is it a possibility that you could go see if you can get his ear and just clarify that question? Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
I may not be speaking right now, and that would be the opportune time to chirp in his ear.
Yeah, that could be
And
very
we can
late.
move things along, so thank you for your
Very late.
I
patience,
think
Rob.
it's good just to get to know your fellow members like we're doing now.
Well, it could be, yeah, on air at that.
To know our hobbies and interests.
Right,
We could spread
exactly.
rumors and the whole
Obviously,
bit.
yours is axe
We're going to take Rosie axe throwing at the new.
We could spread rumors and the whole bit and be right on the air.
Oh, no, no. You stay
We'll have
over
axe
there.
throwing party.
Yeah, axe throwing, I'm going to take you.
You know, there's a bar downtown that has it's an axe throwing bar.
Yeah.
So
You know,
they have a liquor permit and axe throwing.
Rosie did
They
get
live on the edge in Milwaukee, you know.
Rosie did get on the back of my Harley, so axe throwing would be the next thing for her, you know?
This isn't on my bucket list.
Right after parachuting.
Parachuting, well, tandem. Rosie and I are like a team here. We'll go
I
skydiving.
don't know why people jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
You only live once.
Because you can.
Right, exactly. That should be the survey. Would you jump out of a plane?
I was supposed to do it for my
Would you,
40th
Rosie?
birthday 2 years ago.
Or you?
Go skydiving? Have you ever done that? No.
Yeah,
No?
Only
No, I
I'm jumping
haven't.
on that
I've always
airplane
thought
is if
about
that
it.
airplane's going down.
I have, yeah, but I've never
That's
done
the year
it.
when I was in the hospital for a week, so that's why that got delayed.
Gotcha. Did you end up doing it?
Not yet.
I like to try new things, but that would be kind of scary for me. I don't necessarily like heights.
And you go down half of it, and then you open your parachute. Or do you have a
You're
parachute?
gonna put a GoPro
You
on
have a
your helmet?
parachute to begin. But yes, you pull the string and then you get pulled up. But you can try it tandem style. So you get a partner that you.
Oh, here she is.
All right, good news.
Good news.
So, what we can do is make a motion to approve and issue a provisional, which is valid for 60 days. And if the seller's permit is not cleared up in those 60 days, then it will be back to non-renewal.
Okay, then I will make a motion to issue your provisional.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thanks, Gina.
hope you get us down.
Doing that.
It's not that big an issue. It's just a time and
Motion to approve.
adherence nonsense issue.
Second.
Dealing with the
All in
Wisconsin
favor?
Department of
I
Aye.
had a lot
We are adjourned.
Rosie, your turn.
this year, a lot.
Well, nobody
Get to
wants.
vote on that?
Fifty-three.